YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We are on the Washington Commanders Game Day live stream for one last final time this year, man. We here watching this game. Commanders, the Cowboys doesn't have nearly as much excitement as we thought it once would have had. If you asked me a month ago, what does Week 18 look like for Washington and Cowboys? I think it looks like Washington versus Dallas, with Washington having a chance to possibly move up in the wild card, seeding or whatever. But fast forward a month later to today, we're out of the playoffs, and Dallas is playing with a chance of getting the number one seed. And at this point, I don't care no more. We're just here to just chill and watch Sam Howell. I hope we get drugged. I hope we lose 33-14 or something, but Sam Howell plays good. Because it's no beneficial reason for us to win today. The only thing it's gonna do is hurt us and ruin our draft spot. So one final time, y'all, we here. So it's time to soak it in, man. It's crazy how fast this season has went. But we're set to kick it off here. I see all these Cowboys fans in there, man. That's crazy.
See what the penalty is. As Trey Blake, our referee.
Return team in 31. Penalty is after distance to the goal. First down.
And so we see Dak Prescott, who has been, quite frankly, terrific since coming back from the injury, the fractured thumb early in the year. And when you talk about how he does against the NFC East, it's awesome. He's 9-1. Last 10 games against Washington, numbers through the roof. He's having a fantastic.
Brighter days ahead. We say that every year, Mo.
Starting with Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield.
Hopefully, though, man.
And they'll run it to that's there. As this Cowboys offense.
Hopefully, my man Deron Payne can break the sack record. Jahan Dawson can also break a record. Sam Howell looks good.
There has been the one big issue that stuck out, as you mentioned, since he came back from the injury. They've been playing arguably the best offensive any team in the league. It's been the interceptions.
But I said the same thing last season. What I say last year?
That's what Mike McCarthy wants to see cleaned up here today.
There is another run here. Not much. Gets out 2-15. Well, look, you talked about it since his return. Yes, there have been some interceptions, but do you like the ranks on the right? First points per game.
Look, Sam Howell is the only savior we have for the future. Because it's no point of getting another veteran quarterback because you're just going to be going in a hamster wheel in a circle. No veteran quarterback out there is going to put us over the top to help us win a championship, right? You're not going to be in position in the draft to draft one of the top quarterbacks like Bryce Young or CJ Stroud, right? So your only savior and hope is that Sam Howell is the future. That's literally the only hope you have. Ron Rivera, looking back on, like I said in my videos, bro. Ron Rivera, looking back on it, he did the rebuild wrong. We all love Chase Young, okay? We all love Chase Young, but looking back on it, Justin Herbert was the right pick. But again, I'm not gonna kill him for that because obviously we still had Dwayne Haskins, may God rest his soul. Ron Rivera was just coming in, so he wanted to give Haskins a year to see if he was gonna be good, and he wasn't. But we was in a prime opportunity to draft a quarterback, right? But with me saying I don't blame Ron for not doing that in 2020, the Cardinals did the same thing in 2019. They took Josh Rosen at 18, and then 19 took Kyler Murray. So I don't blame him for not doing it, but at the same time, if you wanted to change this whole culture and bring in your own guys, you had the prime opportunity to draft Justin Herbert. Okay, that's one. Two, that same season, we was a two-point conversion being denied versus Miami from getting the 1 seed, and we would have Joe Burrow right now. That's one. Two, in 2021, you had an opportunity to possibly trade up and get Mac Jones or something like that, or make any movements in the draft to get a better quarterback. One being Mac Jones, because you went at 15, we had 19 overall pick. But you took Jamie Davis, which I'm not going to hurt and be mad at you for either, because we didn't linebacker. But we had opportunities to get quarterbacks. And in this year's draft, there weren't no good first-round quarterbacks outside of Kenny Pickett. But we had opportunities to get Kenny Pickett, but you took Jahan Dawson. Love Jahan Dawson now, but you don't have a quarterback. So, we kind of, in my opinion, did the rebuild wrong. And Sam Howell is the only hope we have for the future. That somebody's that. Because you're not going to be in position, and we don't trade up.
Washington defense. We mentioned they're top 5 in the league in third down. They get off the field. Now Jonathan Allen, they still have 3 former first-round picks in that front. Now, as you go to the second level in the defensive backfield, they're missing a lot of starters, but there's opportunities for guys to play today who for Washington get a good chance to evaluate.
Oh, and drops it, picks it up, in trouble, he is dropped. Could not handle it. And then Milo Eifler with the stop in.
Okay, Milo.
For Washington.
Yeah, there's nothing tricky about this. He just straight up drops it. You can see the ball's a little high, but super, easy catch. You can tell by his reaction, he's just frustrated. That's just a fluke play. Credit there to Eifler just being able to secure the tackle and get the ball to your offense on the 20 yard.
Nah, I heard it. I went to the kitchen, but I heard it. I ain't see it, but I heard it. I don't really care though, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm more mad that the season's over. That there's no more football left for us. Hopefully Terry can do something today, though. Scott Turner he should just call all pass plays, bro. Just let Sam Howell rip that thing, bro.
So you look at Howell, again, drafted 5th round this year. A lot of people thought he would go higher than that, but come down to number 5. Last year, North Carolina not as good as his first couple years. We see 92 touchdown passes, the most in college football over the 3 years there. He was electric. Back to throw it for the first time. Going over the middle.
Okay, Terry, touchdown. Howell to Terry for the touchdown. Okay. Sam Howell's first throw is a touchdown. Yeah, shorty. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that's just how Washington draws it up.
Yeah, Terry and Sam Howell.
Goes for a touchdown. You see Terry McLaurin, he's going to come in, he's just going to chatter, and he's just
Yeah.
going to drag right across that middle backer, Damone Clark. He gets him to stop his feet, and then his speed.
Yeah, you're right. I do too. Like, it wasn't a problem with him starting wins, but the fact that he didn't kill him at halftime, crazy. Okay, Sam Howell.
He couldn't control the snap, dropped it, and then was tackled immediately. And then there's Sam Howell.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I feel like Ron, and this is why he probably needs to go. If Sam Howell has a good game and Scott Turner is like scheming some good stuff for him, I feel like Ron is gonna be like gonna keep on to him, in my opinion.
The quicker picker upper. When you gotta get it done, just one sheet
True.
is all you need. Because one sheet of Bounty absorbs more than theirs, so you can use less.
I'll hold on to that.
Get the job done with what? Bounty, the quicker picker upper.
From early morning till late at night, I'm the hardest.
It's only worth it if you enjoy it. The Globe Ultra.
What's up, Einstein?
My network has gone kaput.
Oh, you tried to save a buck on it?
I got what I paid for. Not so smart.
Nah, you're still a genius. But there is a smarter way to save.
Oh,
Switch to Verizon. For a limited time, get Welcome Unlimited for just $25 a line.
$25.
And it's guaranteed for 3 years.
Brilliant.
Well, you would know.
I'm switching.
I think the bike's probably faster.
Now is the best time to switch to Verizon for just $25 a line, guaranteed for 3 years. The savings that last
Yes,
whenever
sir.
you want. Verizon.
This girl here, with the power of Visa.
Before y'all lose your mind though about Sam Howell, Let's let them have a real drive. Okay, that was set up by defense and special teams. As good as that play was, you know, I want to see him have a real drive. But first pass for Sam Howell, touchdown to Terry. That is something I can get used to.
To play loose, play free, and have fun. Well, that's about as good a start as you can have, guys. Wow, Sam Howell.
He looks skinny. I don't know. He looked the same to me. He always looked like had that chubby face, like fat face to me. Sam Howell's always had that like big face.
Yeah, sometimes it's just very simple. They want to get the backer bar out, the corner cleared. So they do that with Logan Thomas. They do it with the back. And then it just makes it one-on-one for Terry McLaurin, sits Damone Clark down. It's a very simple play design, but the spacing, knowing it's zone coverage, get your best player, Terry McLaurin, matched up with the middle line.
Why does it take for us to be eliminated?
Nice job there by Washington.
To draw simple stuff like this. Hold on, y'all. I don't think we're gonna win, but if we win, how many spots is that gonna drop us back down, bro?
He's been a welcome addition to this team. He's been active for 2 weeks since he signed. He caught the big pass on 3rd and 30 against the Eagles, and he had over 50 yards last week, so he's made an immediate impact. Just couldn't connect there.
And with how good CeeDee Lamb has been, Dallas is still searching for who is that number 2 threat. Who's that guy in the passing game that we can go to? Because as these playoffs approach, CeeDee Lamb's going to be the center of every defensive coordinator's game plan.
Here is Howell. Immediate pressure. Passes away to the outside. Howell running for his life there. Fayobana came up and forced him out of bounds. Going to pick up 3. Now Pollard is 1 yard away from his first 1,000-yard season. And I know the Cowboys are playing to win this division, but you wonder, he's been hurt. I just wonder what his workload is going to be today. In there now, on the 3rd and 7. Four-man rush. Prescott in trouble. In real trouble, and he is sacked.
Man, I want to chase to get a sack. How many is that for Tez? Like 8 or 9?
Montez Sweat, Chase Young, the 2 defensive ends here for Washington. They put a ton of pressure on from the start. Dak has nowhere to go. He flushes out to the right. What an effort there. Montez Sweat chasing it down. Forces the sack. 2 big 3rd downs. This Washington team's been able to get off the field. And that defensive line is the strength of this unit.
What a start for the Commanders. Anger this time makes it clean catch. Punts it away to Mill. Number 32. He tripped up around the 38-yard line, and that's where we'll see Sam Howell throw another NFL pass. Can he go 2 for 2? 2 touchdowns and 2 passes.
Let's go, Sam Howell. Come on. Which means Lions would be ahead of us. Hey, y'all, the Bears are going to be in some good shape, bro. They already got their franchise quarterback, and then now they got the number 1 pick. Trade that back, move back, get you a number 1 receiver. Oh, my, the Bears going to be like that. They going to fleece somebody for that number 1 pick. It was already going to be bad for the number 2 pick. But the number 1 pick, they going to get so much. I would want to be the Bears right now. I ain't going to hold you. I would take man the Bears right now over what we got right now at this moment. Hey, y'all, I had some buffalo chicken. I had buffalo chicken tacos earlier. OC, I ain't gonna hold you. Who saw the fight yesterday? Who watched the fight yesterday? Anybody? Right, Jay? Right? Of course we play good when it doesn't matter.
All kinds of UNC
Right.
school records, passing yards, touchdown passes, and making his first start of his career, first playing time at all. He was really the third guy this year, back up a little bit, but even some weeks in practice didn't get a lot of time to throw, or even on the scout team because they had Wentz and Heineke. So it's here you go. He throws a touchdown to McLaurin. He said this was the first time this week he'd ever thrown him a ball. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. How does he do on the second series? Going to throw it. Pressure in his face from Ware on the run, throws it away. We've got a game break.
They got Diggs and running up. They got Terry not checking Diggs. I mean, Diggs not checking Terry.
Guess what? Thumbs it up to who else? Christian McCaffrey, who does the rest. Christian McCaffrey now has 10 touchdowns in 11 games with the Niners. Niners still have a shot at that number one seed with the win and Eagles loss. Yes.
Yeah, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. I feel like he's been in the league for 10 years the way he's played. It's amazing.
We were there for that debut he made, and it was as impressive a rookie debut as we've maybe ever seen.
Williams. Jonathan Williams.
Man, put my boy Jared Patterson in the game, man.
Today without Brian Robinson, their outstanding rookie, and Antonio Gibson, who they put on injured reserve earlier this week. So you're going to see a lot of Williams today.
Yeah, I think something else, for us.
Where you get the tacos from? This place called Green Turtle. Yeah, fight it. I'm ready to see Ryan Garcia to fight though. Hopefully that gets done.
First down in this possession, then try to move it out of the pocket. Scott Turner, the offensive coordinator, he's not going to be afraid to rely on these legs of Sam Howell.
Scott coming. Howell sees it. Unloads. Complete for Noah's dropped.
Terry! What? Terry just dropped that? Ain't no way, Terry. That was a zip, though. Terry! Ain't no way! That is a beautiful ball by Sam Howell. Terry, what? Come on, bro.
Washington might be happy. Sam Howell, the rookie, standing there, had pressure in his face. He's waited to the last second for.
Ain't no way.
You think that's got to be a first down?
Here's Turpin. He fumbles the ball.
Oh, Turpin fumbles and we got it. Oh, hey, Dallas don't want that one seed. Dallas don't want that one seed.
See this from a John Fowler, the special teams coordinator for Dallas.
Right there to Christian Holmes.
Mistakes by the special teams units early in this game, and you see Holmes, he clearly recovers that muff. And again, Washington takes over deep inside Dallas territory.
Wow, you're right, Ez. There's a good special teams unit. Turpin's a Pro Bowler. And there's Christian Holmes, the rookie. 7th round draft pick.
Ain't no way Terry just dropped that pass, though, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think it. I just said that. The zip on the pass. I know we didn't like it. I know we didn't like it. But that was a Dwayne Haskins ball right there. When Dwayne Haskins used to be accurate, bro, that was that kind of pass. When it had that zip on it, that's what I mean by that. We know Haskins was rarely accurate, but when he was, that was that kind of pass. With that zip on it, that's part. Not making excuses for Terry because he got to make that catch. No doubt about it, for sure. He got to make that catch. But it was zip on. That was like a fastball, a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. That was a Haskins ball right there. That's what Haskins would look like if he was accurate. The rare times he was, that's what it looked like. And that was a beautiful pass by Sam Howell. There's no way Terry just dropped that. Tank gonna beat Garcia. I don't know. That's gonna. I don't know. I don't know. That's gonna be a good fight. Samuel. The reason why I believe Sam Howell could beat the reason why I'm confident in a way is because he had 4 years at North Carolina, bro. Like he started as a true freshman. So we are not getting a guy that only had 1 year, 2 years of experience in college. This is a guy that had 4 true years of starting experience in the ACC. May I add that, against Clemson, South Carolina, Notre Dame. These are true Division I schools that Sam Howell was ripping apart. Mind you, he just carried a team last year in there for North Carolina with no receivers. De'Ami Brown was to the NFL. Who's the other guy? I forgot the other guy's name. I think he played for the Jets now. It's not Newsome. It's somebody. I forgot his name. But Sam Howell, he has true college experience, which in my opinion matters. That's what's giving me confidence that he can do it.
Mike Pereira here as we look at the muff by Turpin. And Mike McCarthy was not thrilled discussing something. Mike, what do you think he was talking about here?
I think the question was, did he still get protection? Because
no. Daz Newsome. That's his name. Daz Newsome. Daz Newsome. Is it Daz Newsome? I think it's Daz Newsome. I could be tripping. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, Daz Newsome. That's who it is. I knew I wasn't tripping. Played for the Bears. He played for the Bears, not the Jets. He had all his receivers went to the NFL in 2021. So he had to play this past college season with no receivers.
To your point, like it bounces 2 or 3 yards directly into the hands of Christian Holmes in Washington.
So that's what giving me confidence that he can do it, man. That was a good ball by Sam Howell, but Terry gotta catch that, bro. Throw it up to Cam Sims, man. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I hope Cam Sims goes somewhere. I hope somebody gives Cam Sims an opportunity to go somewhere else, because a good offensive coordinator will use the hell out of Cam Sims, bro. He deserves to go somewhere where he's going to be actually used as like a third or fourth option, bro. Like, I don't care if you just give him plays only in the red zone, bro. He's 6'5" for a reason. Use him. Sky Turner doesn't do that. So this offseason, I hope he goes somewhere else. I really do. That's where they're going to use him, because we're not, obviously.
Second and 8. Williams again. Gets through one tackle.
Okay, John the win.
Down near the 10. Torrance Armstrong got his hands on him. Bring up third down.
Yeah, you brought up Jonathan Williams here.
Garcia, IG boxer, Tank Death wins. Garcia not ready for Tank.
Banged up and inactive today. You hear meaningless game thrown around a lot in Week 18 for all the teams that have been eliminated from the playoffs, but I've seen more guys make their careers playing in quote-unquote meaningless games where for them, these games are of the utmost importance. Guys not only earn spots on their actual team's roster, but if it's not here, there's 31 other teams that are evaluating this.
35. Howell. Looking. He is buried.
Yeah, get rid of that ball, Sam Howell. Got to throw it away.
Yeah, you see a little bit of that scramble ability as you see Micah Parsons a little slow to get up. That is a nightmare. Let's hope he's okay. He wins early, flushes Sam Howell out of the pocket. Sam Howell takes a big hit there by Dorrance Armstrong. Take a look here. Takes a big hit to the side as Micah Parsons cleaned him up, but looked like Micah Parsons was a bit slow getting up. Let's hope, of course, that he's all right.
So now it'll be Joey Sly for a field goal. 31 yards on the try. And the kick is shanked. No good.
Damn, Joey. Yeah, we lost, y'all. We lost. There you go. Now Dallas by the snap. Hey, Dallas by the doggers. Do more gym vlogs. Dallas by the now they by the doggers. We had our little fairy tale stop. Here you go. And Joey Slide just finished us. Nah, Joey Slide on suck. I mean, he's better than anything we've had in recent years. So. That's crazy. Sam Howell, his first pass was a touchdown, and his first third down, he went to his best receiver, Terry McLaurin, and Terry dropped it. So that shows me that he is targeting his best receiver. That Derwin James.
Here's a missed kick. It's like Greg Olson on the 17 box, wide open fairway, just snap hook into the woods.
I can't tell you how many times I've done this, but I can't tell you how many times I've seen from that distance.
Ain't no way Joey Slide missed that, though.
Like say don't play for the name on the back. Right now, this start for Dallas has been, of course, less than ideal. I think right now your defense makes a huge stop following the sudden change, following the Turpin muff. Get a lucky break with the missed field goal. Now the offense needs to find their groove. They got to go down there, tie this thing up, make it a 7-7 game, and say, okay, we started poorly, but we're good.
Prescott will go over the middle for a short gain there. Ferguson, the tight end. Yeah, it's been a game of miscues indeed for Dallas. Anger, perfectly good snap, just clanked it off the hands, and then was tackled immediately. Washington capitalized, and then the muff right into the hands of Christian Holmes, but they missed the field goal. So 7-0 on the touchdown of McLaurin, 2nd and 6. The flip, and that's nearly fumbled. Oh my goodness. It's just been one of those starts.
Yeah, and Erin in her open, she pointed out that yes, Dallas is still playing for a potential division championship.
Garcia gonna get punted.
Kind of shovel ladder behind Zeke. That thankfully held on and kind of pinned it on his helmet. But the idea right now for Dallas, the most realistic scenario is they just want to be playing.
Hey, Antonio Flores, if you don't want to hear me talk, you can leave, bro. Not that hard. I can't show the game. It's copyright.
Good chase that time by Deron Payne. And a punt coming up. Let's check in on that Eagles game with Carson Thompson.
Yeah, Cowboys fans not going to want to see this. Eagles were already up 3-0. They clinched the number 1 seed with the win. So Jalen Hurts hands it off to Boston Scott, who does the
I low-key want the Niners to get the number 1 seed, man.
So
just how I want to see an NFC East team.
Are arresting a lot of players today. A lot of players. You just wonder, like, Mike McCarthy, like, what's the score? What's the score before he's like, man, I'm going to get a couple of these guys out of here?
You know, I'll tell you, on top of that, which is, of course, coming into the game on top of their mind, If that game goes to 30-0 and your team is struggling, playing the way they have early in this game, I think you want your starters, if you do take them out, to come out with some positive play.
Short kick, and that is fumbled, but Milne picks that up. And this has been sloppy in the early going, but Washington with the early 7-0.
Dang, y'all, this really it, man. This really it, y'all.
And today, it tributes, T-shirts, hats. You see here in Washington, they highlight 30, the number 3. That's his number in Buffalo Bills blue. And he's watching the game, and he looks great. He's made so many positive strides this week. See, he was tweeting game time. He was watching the game. He reacted when the Bills returned the opening kickoff of the game for a touchdown, which was nuts. See, prayers everywhere for Damar Hamlin. It's really, I feel like it's really gripped the country and trying to will him and pray for him to get back to health, and he's doing much better. It's thankfully, hopefully it continues for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's definitely an evaluation game.
All right,
I would just let
7-0
I would just let
what's his name?
Sam Howell just throw it, man.
They've got the number 1 seed in the first round bye. The Niners need to win and have the Eagles lose. The Cowboys can still win the division and still get the number 1. They've got to win today and have Philly and San Francisco lose. Those are the scenarios.
Let's go, JP. JP in there.
Jarrett Patterson in the game for the first time, running back. Howell to throw. Pass time. Near side, Patterson.
Let's go, JP.
Now they're going to say he's out of bounds.
Hold it, coming back. Ron must go before anyone. Scott Turner must go before anyone. Here's the question.
What's your objective here today besides?
Yeah, he was holding Terry. Diggs always holding Terry. Always. Here's the thing. I had a question. If Ron Rivera fires Scott Turner, could y'all stomach more Scott Turner?
Not sure. By the way, Micah Parsons looks like it's going to be declined, so it'll be a third down. Micah Parsons is back on the field, so he showed you. Looked like he was limping a little bit after that play the last drive. Back out there, 3rd and 8.
We mentioned that quarterback spot opposite Diggs. Right now, you're seeing 37. Trayvon Mullen. He's one of the young guys Dan Quinn wants to see get some game action.
Pressure up the middle. Howell going deep. Has a man. Short throw. LaFleur trying to come back.
There you go. They go to PI. They go to PI.
Well, Mike Pereira is smiling next to me because he knows how I feel about these calls. We reward an underthrown ball.
That was underthrown, but hey, I can stomach Ron a little bit longer if he brings in a fresh young mind. That's what I'm saying. That's what I feel like.
You know how I feel about this.
I know exactly how you feel about this, but in this case, you can't even think that ball's uncatchable. It's underthrown. It hits the defender in the back who has no idea where the ball is. So to me, this is
he has no idea where the ball is because it was 5 yards underthrown.
Let's go, JP. Give me a carry, JP.
You know how we both feel about that.
Hey, JP. Hey, JP. Hey, JP. Let's go. My boy, man. If JP was bigger, bro, he'd be so good. He's good now, but the only reason I say he'll be so good is because he'll get opportunities to show how good he is. He doesn't get those opportunities because he's 5'6". That's what blows me. It doesn't matter how small you are, but if you're good, you're good.
26, but Dan Quinn wants to keep him in that inside slot. They play so much nickel, so much 5'6" defensive backs. They like him in the slot, but they don't like him enough in the slot to feel like they're going to get beat on the opposite side because they can only have Draymond Diggs cover the opposing team's best player.
Okay, Howell, run it. Okay, Sam Howell, man.
He was surprised that there was just nobody there, and Howell runs for the first hit, a gain of 9.
Yeah, this is a nice, just kind of play action boot. Get him out on the perimeter. You see Logan Thomas, the tight end in the flat. Anthony Barr takes him, and there's no flat defender out there. He sees the green grass, he takes it. Does a nice job there of getting down once he knows he has the first down.
When is the draft?
Last year in North Carolina.
Badly underthrown ball? Yeah, that ball was underthrown.
So he's definitely got the ability.
At least he's targeting Terry, though, y'all.
Pressure. Howell's in trouble. And he's still on his feet. Sam Williams got to him and picks up his 4th sack of the year.
I know we evaluating Sam Howell, but I'm gonna watch Chris Paul. Where's Chris Paul at?
Is down here. You see Micah Parsons, he just wins on an inside move on the right tackle. Sam Cosme, he wins so fast.
That's Carlos Watkins, the injured Dallas defender, rotational defensive lineman. While they look at him, we'll be right back after this message from Progressive.
Parsons wins. He starts Cosme out. That's just an inside counter move. Anytime you see the offensive tackle overset, they call it, meaning he sets too wide. You'll see 91 there. Watkins kind of takes a knee.
I know it's in April. I was saying the date.
Top of that right knee. Let's hope he's able to return and he's all right.
Okay, JP. This is what I'm talking about. My boy Jared Patterson is nice, man. I'm the biggest Jared Patterson fan in this fan base, bro. He's so much better than Jonathan Williams, bro.
He ends up on the snap just running through the middle of the field. I don't even know what he's looking at.
I don't get why they don't get my boy more opportunities.
Pass play there, and they run right at him.
Go back to it. Why not? Not much there this time. As play this final minute of this first quarter. Well, it's interesting for a team that had so much negative news, getting eliminated from the playoffs last week, and all these guys hurt, not playing today. Washington's come out with a pretty good spark here today.
Yeah, it's been a combination that Washington came out to play hard. Typically, Ron Rivera teams, that's kind of their calling card. No matter what's on the line with the season, he always does a good job getting his players up. And I think this Dallas team has come out a little lethargic. I expect them to play better as it goes on. They know they want to have a good Week 18 before next week playoff run starts.
Patterson. And nothing there. Maybe a yard. As Chauncey Colston came in to make.
Why you run it again, though? That's 3 runs in a row. Come on, Scott Turner. Use your brain.
Got an early touchdown, the first of Sam Howell.
Come on, Scott Turner. Use your brain, man. So, this was season of high hopes for us. Now looking at we have to try and hit big in the draft. Only hope we have, man, is that Sam Howell's the future. Honestly, that's the only hope we have, bro.
Build on some positives and really see if they got a little something in to Sam Howell, who they drafted this year, the rookie quarterback out of North Carolina. Right now, 7-0 lead. We start the second quarter. Howell had a touchdown on his first toss of his career. Now 3rd and 6 as they threaten again.
Yeah, due to the turnovers and kind of the slow start by this Dallas offense, the entire game has been played, in essence, inside of Dallas territory. This is going to be the 9th red zone offensive play that Washington has run. And after you mentioned the first touchdown on the first turnover, Dallas was able to force a field goal. They missed it. Let's see if they can force another one here.
Pressure coming. Now going on the run is
Terry got that first, baby.
And right now, right there, he is short by a football.
Man, go for that. Biggest thing I love the most that he's targeting Terry.
The line to gain. Yeah, I think he gets it.
He got that shit, yo. Stop playing with him.
Clearly at that
He
moment,
charged my head.
Rivera throws a challenge flag and challenges this spot. Oh, they did. They overturned it. They readjusted it. They did an expedited replay here. They respotted the ball.
Hey,
they're going to get 1st and goal. Okay, you can clearly see the ball right there on the 2-yard line. Nice job there by the officials to get that.
Oh, no.
Right. 1st and goal.
Williams Nowhere. Just nowhere to go. Malik Hooker.
John Wall is horrible. Sorry, he's not horrible, but man, I don't know.
A loss of 3.
And he did too.
This Dallas defensive line, they have come out to play. Even on that last conversion there to Terry McLaurin, Sam Howell had to buy some time and get flushed out of the pocket. He did a nice job against the run. We've gotten after Howell a few times, both sacking him and getting pressure. As we mentioned, that's one of the things Dan Quinn's looking for here in this Week 18 matchup.
Looking to throw. Backfield intercepted. Malik Hooker.
And that was the one mistake that Sam Howell couldn't have made, but he did. That's a mistake, young mistake. Can't do that. That's three. It's 3 Cowboy jerseys over there, man. Can't do that. But again, he's wide open though. He was wide open in the flex. He missed him. He was targeting Terry. No, Kurt. How did? I don't know. It was somebody wide open in the flex for a touchdown. Again, you're not gonna kill the kid. It's his first game. Wide open in the flex for a touchdown though. I don't know where they at, man. miss? Oh, what I miss, bro? I keep leaving. What happened? What I miss? How do I keep leaving, bro? That's my problem, bro. Is the kicker hurt? Fuller got a pick 6. Why do I keep leaving? What am I doing? I'm gonna go look for my AirPods and I was talking to my dad. What I missed? Fuller pick 6? Dang.
We have a job to do. There's no halfway with this.
Joey slap missed. I wish I could rewind, but I don't think you can do that.
Hey, Dark Roast drinkers, it's Dunkin', the place you didn't think was for you. Well, meet the side of Dunkin' you haven't seen. The darkest, roastiest side we've ever had. Pretty good dark voice, huh? Dunkin' Midnight. America runs on Dunkin'.
Let me see something.
In my world, numbers are everything.
What was this energy at last week, y'all, when it mattered, huh?
Ram trucks built to serve.
Joey Slap missed a PAT.
Fuller, his second interception touchdown of the year. After dropping the first one, the very next throw, he grabs one and takes one back. That would have been one if he didn't slip. So then the next play, they go right back to him, and I'm pretty sure I've never seen a sequence like that ever.
Okay, Kendall.
I'm speechless. I mean, I'm with you. I don't know if I've ever seen a guy throw back-to-back clear pick 6 turnovers, have one dropped. Okay.
And Dallas in postseason form.
To the same side of the field, hit him in the face mask again. And this time, he holds on and takes it to the house. We've talked a lot about Mike McCarthy. How does he want to handle this game? Philadelphia is leading early. Get your starters out and rest them. I just can't emphasize enough. If I'm a Cowboys fan, if I'm Mike McCarthy, I can't think about removing my star players until I find some sort of positive outcome, a great drive, find some rhythm, because this start has been as poor all around as they could have asked for.
Prescott with the interception streak. He's got 15 on the year, and he missed 5 games. They will run it to Elliott. I think we talked a lot about Prescott, right? And there's been a lot of interceptions this year that haven't been his fault, that have bounced off other people's hands. But 15's a lot. That's just the bottom line when you miss 5 games.
It is, and I think the biggest thing is every interception kind of has its own story, right? So I think to lump them all together, always on the quarterback, is a mistake, and obviously that's the easy thing to do. That one right there is clearly on him, staring at his receiver, a little predictable. We have seen some tough American breaks, but it's definitely a concern with Mike McCarthy. It's clear on that.
Elliott for a yard and a half. And this has been a sloppy game for Dallas all around.
What is Sly doing?
Special teams has really hurt me today. Anger just couldn't hold the snap. He tried to get the punt off and got tackled by Elo Eifler, and then Turpin with a muff right into Holmes' hands. And then the pick 6. I mean, honestly, Washington could get 28-0 right now, but they threw an interception in the end zone, missed another opportunity, and missed a chip shot field goal. So it's 13-9. It's 35 Dallas. Prescott over the middle, incomplete. It was high for Gallup. And another defensive stand by Commanders.
So we should be up 28-0.
You have to be impressed. Jack Del Rio, the defensive coordinator, Ron Rivera, with this Washington Commanders.
Everybody can say, everybody get fired except for Jack Del Rio.
Eliminate yourself from the playoffs to then turn around here in Week 18 and come out and play this inspired football.
I got you.
There's a long
Appreciate it.
This is a really good Dallas team. They can score in bunches. This one's by no means over, but
See, Washington should be up 24-0.
impressed right now with how
Yeah.
they've played coming out of the gates.
Sam Howell on the pick. He has somebody wide open in the flat.
After a good punt from Anger. And scurries across the 15, short of 20. Tell you. How is he holding up down there, Tom?
Easy to react well with the first touchdown pass, but how do you react after throwing your first pick, and it's a red zone pick, given that great opportunity? The first person to come over to Sam Howell, as you see there, Ron Rivera, and the message very simple. Move on to the next play. You don't have to be perfect. The next person to come over, Taylor Heineke, who's been supportive of this decision all week, and that's something that Sam Howell told us, how much he appreciated the support of Heineke and Carson Wentz all season long as he gets this opportunity. See how he bounces back, guys.
Say with the run game here.
Let's go, JP.
Out to the 24 is passing. Well, Tom, talking about Taylor Heineke, we said, quote, I'm excited for his opportunity. I think he's going to show a lot of people what he's got. I mean, that's just so impressive for Heineke, who obviously was a starter for a good part of this year, played well, wanted to start last week and this week. That's Howell. No one there. And it's incomplete. Finish that in a second. Another game break. Back to Carissa.
Thanks, Kevin. So the Niners getting healthy at the right time. They got Deebo Samuel back today and Elijah Mitchell. His first game back since week 12 takes this one in for a 5-yard score. Niners up 5-8. Kevin.
I mean, the Niners might not get the 1 seed. Does anybody want to play the 49ers in the playoffs? Raise your hand.
I'm sure not raising mine. That is when healthy. You heard Chris mention they're getting some guys back. When healthy, they are as talented on both sides of the ball as any team in the entire league.
Third down. Pressure. Howell's going to talk.
Okay, Sam with the wheels.
Across the 30, showing you that running speed that he has. And he picks up the first.
This is a quick process here by Sam Howell. He gets to the top. He sees that middle of the defensive line just open, and he just takes it. He doesn't even work through his progression. It's a nice job. Watch, he sees this. No one's open. Bang. Go. Starts with his first read. It's not there. He becomes a runner, knowing he has plenty of space to grass to get that first down. Another example of that athletic ability that we've been talking about.
Howell taps.
Okay, Sam. Okay, Jahan. Okay, Jahan. Get my boy his touchdown, man. Sam Howell is good, bro. Besides that pick where he has somebody in the flats.
We're talking about this Washington.
This is part.
I don't think they get enough credit for just how talented their receivers were. That ball actually got tipped. First round pick, John Dotson. You see him here making a big explosive play. We've seen
good first half. You got a little bit of everything. Some adversity he faced, the pick. Some success he faced, touchdown. You got a good mixture of both.
Production and maybe some of the other top guys do around the league because of some of the inconsistencies at quarterback and some of the protection. But you see there, the young rookie first rounder. They think they've got a special one.
What the hell is this, Scott Turner? What the hell is that? What the hell is that?
Yeah, you see, they haven't gotten Curtis Samuel the ball until that point. They try to go with the old toss.
What the hell is that, Scott?
They're counting on Dorrance Armstrong to see that toss and be flat down the line.
Now I'm about to run it, pick up like 4.
To him, keeping his eyes up and seeing the reverse and making the tackle for loss.
Second and long. Patterson. Just inside the 40. It'll be a third down and long. Dorrance Armstrong has had a really good year. He's been banged up the last few weeks and playing through with a knee and a right ankle injury, Greg. He hasn't had a sack since week 12. Really be talking about it, but a career high in sacks. He's got a block quality. He's got a block field. He's just in the middle of a lot and doesn't get as much attention nationally as maybe he should.
Yeah, and I love the way Dan Quinn, we asked him, he said, what is his role? What is the key to his play? He said, his versatility is his role. You mentioned he blocks kicks. He can play the run. He can rush the passer. He run him up all over different spots along the defensive line. As you mentioned, he's having a career year.
They're long. Over the middle, that's not going to get it done.
Man, go for it. You got nothing to lose, bro.
Now it looks like they're going to bring on and try for a long field goal. It's been a tough day for Joey Sly. He's missed a 31-yarder, and he's missing extra points. But they're going to give him a shot here for a long one. It'll be marked as a 52-yard try. Certainly well within his range. Sly boots this one. It is.
Oh my gosh, Joey Sly. Now it's a problem. In my head, I was saying if he misses this, it's a problem. Now it's a problem. Okay? At first, I'm like, all right, giving the benefit of the doubt. But 3 missed kicks, oh, it's a problem now.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I want that personal price plan. So how's this for personal? I draw mustaches on players' faces when they're asleep.
Coach Rick, you don't need that.
Thoughts on how? Thoughts on how I think he played a good first half so far. I think honestly, I would take this half over a perfect half, right? Because obviously a perfect half, we know at some point it's gonna come to an end. I would take this half over anything because he faced some success with the early touchdown. He faced some adversity with the pick, so he got a mixture of both. This is a good first half. I think this is probably the perfect first half, to be honest. I said what JP Finley said, y'all. I said, JP Finley tweeted this. Sly missed again. Should have gone for it. The season's over. Just go for it. That's exactly what I said. Season's over. You should just go for it. There's no point of even kicking a field goal.
Percy Butler, number 35. He's getting some action today at strong safety. Nice job by him, Kendall. 6. This time, that is great coverage. Dak Prescott makes a really nice ball there. Gives Noah Brown a chance, but give credit to Percy Butler filling in.
Use one of them draft picks to draft the kicker.
Young safety, their defensive players. He's been out with some injuries. A chance for Percy Butler to play. And Ron Rivera told us he's a young player that has a chance to have a future around here. And nice play there by him.
Third down, going deep again. This time for Ray on the overshot. Wow, Dallas offensively just out of sorts. Prescott just drew.
Man, we should be up like 28-0.
14 yards, and they'll punt it away.
Yeah, you said earlier, I mean, showed all the miscues on both sides, and Dallas finds himself down 13-0. But you said it feels like they're down 100. I mean, they're fortunate to only be down 13-0, but at some point, this Dallas offense is going to have to find their way. Not just because
3 turnovers, 13 points. Exactly. That's Washington for you. You give any other team 3 turnovers in the first half, they put up at least 28.
Dallas is 4 3 and outs on offense. Full catch called by Mill, and he does so up across. Third quarterback of the year for Washington. It's Howell making his debut on second down. They're going to run it again. And Williams, there's really been nothing there all day. It'll bring a third down.
Just pass the ball,
Scott
bro.
Turner, I was with him in Carolina. He came in my final couple years there with Ron Rivera. Ron brought him in, his father, Norv. He's got a very imaginative mind. I think with these skilled players, if they can find a way to kind of stabilize that quarterback position, maybe it's Sam Howell, maybe it's a veteran, maybe it's somebody in the draft. I think that's yet to be determined, but they need some help in the offensive line. I think offensive line needs to get younger. They need to get in some young players that they can develop. Because skill-wise, you mentioned those 3 receivers, Brian Robinson in the back. They've got some pieces offensively.
Third down. Pressure. Gets a block.
Okay, Sam. Okay, Sam with the legs. Sam with the wheels.
Williams will help him out. And second time today, he uses his legs to get a first.
Yeah, for anybody who's watched Washington play, especially over the last couple of years, he plays a little bit like Taylor Heineke, right? There's a little improv. There's the ability to kind of scramble, make some plays with his feet. He's a bigger, maybe a little bit of a stronger arm, but kind of a similar competitor to Taylor Heineke. And that's exactly what the vibe is in the locker room amongst the players and the coaches. And we've seen him pick up a couple big first downs on third. Doing just that.
What the hell is that? What the hell was that?
Came on through and got him.
What the hell was
This
that,
play,
Scott?
there was a missed timing. You're going to see the jet motion here. There's just no timing. Sam Howell turns it to fake it. Not exactly sure. They all knew exactly who was getting the ball. I'm not sure if he was faking that to John Bates, 87, the tight end who was playing fullback. But from the very beginning, the timing of that play was thrown off. And usually when it starts bad, it gets worse.
Third sack for the Cowboys. Second and 15. Hand it off again.
Yo, get Jonathan Williams out of the game, bro.
Not gonna get much. Feel like it's a good time to tell you that tonight on Fox, alert! It's one of the thrilling new dramas on TV. Missing persons unit Scott Kahn, Danya Ramirez team up in the new riveting series. The 2-night premiere of Alert, Missing Persons Unit, begins tonight on Fox. $13-0. Commanders. 3:30 to go in this first half. Dallas needs a win and an Eagles loss to win the division. They're in the playoffs regardless. 3rd and 1. Howell over the middle has a man wide open. He's flipped short of the first down. About 3 yards short, and they're going to send out the punt unit.
I don't know why we playing like we got something to play for, but just go for it.
Tough start, got put in a bad spot there, gave up the early touchdown reception to Terry McLaurin, and then really since then, they've been put in some bad spots, the turnovers, deep in their own territory. They've stood. They got to give credit. Dan Quinn has his defense rolling here early. They've got to come to life on offense now and make this thing a game.
Yep. Turpin back. For a scene that really wasn't one. Well played by Washington. Let's go down to EA.
Well, guys, I've been standing by this Dallas offensive line every time they've come to the bench, particularly Zach Martin. You know, he's come over to the sideline, shaking his head a bit. Let's touch on the fact, though, without their center, Tyler Bionic. You know, they've had a ton of lineup changes on this line, and Zach Martin saying this week, look, we've been working this way because of camp, having to use these different combinations. We just are trying to get better working together. But you guys know Mike McCarthy saying, I don't want to leave these guys out there this whole game, but they have to come up with some rhythm.
That's a great call, Aaron. Bionic had a good year. Got hurt against Tennessee out today. Here's Lamb who makes the catch on first down. And it has been a year of shuffling on this offensive line for Dallas, right? I mean, you think about where it started week 1, they had rookie Smith on the left side, Steele.
Yes, he does that. And I say that every game, y'all. I've been saying that the whole season. Every time on first down, it's always a run play on second down, following it up.
Smith playing on the right side for the first time really since his rookie year. That's Lamb again. Gets out right around.
Then it's going to pick up like 3 yards, and it's going to set up a 3rd 8, 3rd 9. You know, and then that's never setting up your quarterback for success. Never. Scott Turner's horrible. Mm-hmm.
Man, Boulder, Colorado might be it. Boy, the air crispy, boy, the people peaceful.
First half, 13-0 Washington. Sloppy for Dallas. Offensively, they've only got 2 first downs in 45 yards. Hard to score when you're doing that. Prescott has a pick 6. Kendall Fuller got him there. That's the story of the game so far. You get on the track. It's a 4-down rush. Prescott dancing around that throw to the middle. Schultz has his first catch of the day and still up and going. Gets up as a first down.
Isn't he down though?
Dalton Schultz on the board, his first reception.
Didn't he tag him
Cowboys
down?
trying to
I'm
go with a
confused.
little Lafferty here, and now we get a whistle.
They put him. He should be backed up.
Timeout.
Yeah, you got to imagine that it looked like Dalton Schultz was touched while
I
he was on the
understand.
ground. You got to imagine that call's coming from top. And I think they're going to review Dalton Schultz. It looked live like he was touched on the ground. Let's take a look at it here.
It's the left hand that's on the back of Schultz on the way to the ground. So therefore, since he had control and then was touched with the left hand, then that means he's down by contact at that point.
There you go. You see Schultz. That hand contact going to the ground. Right there. The hand's still on him. So as he's going to the ground. So, yeah, Mike Herrera tells us, Greg, should come out on back. That's what they're looking for upstairs. And now they do put the football back, looks like where he made the catch. So it won't be a first down at all. Look, if you're Dallas offensively here, Eagles just had it on. They're up 16-0. And I just wonder if they could get a nice 2-minute drive here. Do you feel a little bit differently about how their starters are looking in this game?
Well, I think for Mike McCarthy, you got to think long and hard about it. I think you were looking for some sort of positive from your offense today to make you feel comfortable saying, okay, your regular seasons are over. The next time we see you, we're playing for a one-and-done playoff game, presumably down in Tampa Bay. And I'll tell you what, that's a tall task to go on the road. And every team entering the playoffs, the goal is you want to be playing your best ball. Of course, you want your best seeding, you want to get a home field, all of that, but you want to be playing your best football going into the playoffs. So that's right now what I guarantee is in Mike McCarthy's head, saying, let's have a good 2-minute drive here. Let's get Dak some rhythm and timing. And now I can finally start to consider getting these guys out of the game, getting them ready to go full speed next week down in Tampa.
Well, still discussing this, you see Mike McCarthy having some conversations. Let's go back to Mikey P. Mike, what's the long conversation here? What do you think is being discussed? Any idea?
Sometimes I never know, but they are talking maybe in a replay review and the timeout that was called. Are they going to get their timeout back? Now, normally you would in a replay review, but this would be going from a running clock back to a running clock. So therefore, since it doesn't go to a dead clock, the timeout should still stand.
Yeah, I can bet that is the conversation that Mike McCarthy's having right now. Well, we know this.
After review, Beretta was down by contact at the 41-yard line. It'll be second down. Please reset the game clock to 5 seconds. Then we'll have a 10-second subtraction, and the game clock will go to 1:45. 1:45. The clock will start on my signal. Thank you.
And you can see Dallas, they're hurrying up to get to the line. They know once the head referee gives the signal, that clock's going to run. So you can see they're up on the ball. That whistle's going to blow. And Dak Prescott's going to snap this thing every second they can.
Prescott over the middle, 8 stride, good throw on the first down. Michael Gallup has it for Dallas. Plenty of time with all 3 timeouts until 1:34 to go as they get to the line quickly. Prescott lofting near side. Schultz had to go up and get it. And it's incomplete. You know, it's a good thing he did because Kendall Fuller was in position to pick another pass.
Absolutely. And Kendall Fuller, he looked like he was under a punt there. Look, he's standing there. He thinks that ball's going to hit him in the face. Look, he's ready for it.
He moved up.
Right there by Dalton Schultz to at least elevate and get that right hand on it. So you at least broke up another interception there by Fuller.
Second down, blitz coming. Prescott sees it.
Oh! Almost.
Malik Hudson, some pressure there. Brings up third and long.
Yeah, the timing was just wrong.
What's up, BH? Says just ducked him and had his meeting. It's 13-0. It should be like 28-0, but hold on, after this play. Let's see. Joey Slide has missed 2 field goals and a PAT, so that's 7 points left off right there. And in the red zone, Sam Howell threw an interception that could have possibly led to points. So that's why it's 13-0, even though it should be 28 or like 24. Appreciate you for coming through. Hey, we just leaving the middle of the field wide open.
49 seconds. They've got all 3 timeouts. They're going to use one of them. And they will. So Dallas calls their first time of the half. And finally, positive drive for Mike McCarthy. Getting a little bit of rhythm. Still a little bit off kilter, but a little bit in rhythm here, converting on third down.
Yeah, take a look at how deep Washington's playing. You see T.Y. Hilton, he's here in the slot as the number 2 receiver. Take a look. When he catches this ball, the Mike linebacker, all the safeties, the corners, they're so deep. I know right now they don't want to give up anything over their head for a touchdown. They have a chance here to keep Dallas out.
Appreciate you coming through.
They're just playing such soft zone coverage. Expect them to get a little more aggressive here. See if they can get after Dak Prescott.
Bring up 2nd and 10.
So right now, if you're Dak Prescott, of course, you don't want to take a sack. You're in field goal range. Everything now, you've got to be moving forward. You want to end this half here with a positive, at least a field goal. Obviously, they want a touchdown. If you're Washington, your pass rushers, Chase Young, they've got to get somebody in the backfield trying to knock them out of field goal range, or at least force a longer kick.
Prescott fires, incomplete. Trying to get it down the seam to Schultz. Pretty good coverage. Mayo was there, some help as well. 3rd and long.
And we've seen Dak Prescott hook up with Dalton Schultz on that middle read. It's Tampa 2 coverage. David Mayo, the middle linebacker, he's responsible for carrying that receiver the entire way down the field. That's tough for those linebackers. Nice job there by Mayo.
Oh, look at this. We had Chase Young lined up at D tackle. That's different. That's the first time I saw that. Well, lined up in the middle. That's different.
There's a discussion. The clock was stopped, so there's no 10-second off or a forcing of Dallas to use a timeout. Dak Prescott, 8 of 19 in this first half for 65 yards.
Timeout. Dallas. We're second of the half. 30-second timeout.
And of those 8 completions, I mean, that's a starting number, 8 of 19. Man, of those 8 completions, a handful of them have been
Bengals 49ers,
in this soft kind of prevent 2-minute style defense that Washington's.
I'm gonna say Bills
49ers. They have not been able to get the ball downfield. They've not been able to generate really any explosive plays to CeeDee Lamb or T.Y. Hilton. Saw him attempt one there, Dalton Schultz.
By the way, the initial signal was a false start there. I'm just talking to Mike Pereira. That you saw the same thing as I did. They give Dallas a timeout.
And it was a little strange because it didn't come from the sideline. The umpire came in and actually said there was a timeout call.
So they get the timeout. No 5-yard penalty. 3rd and 10. 39 seconds to go in the half. 4-man pressure. Prescott in trouble. Spins away. One way to go. Makes a good deep and a dive forward for Prescott. And right at the first down marker, he should have it. What an effort from Dak Prescott. Let's see where they mark it.
He might be
A
short.
little short on that mark. Dallas uses the timeout here.
And take a look at this. Montez Sweat comes off the edge so fast. Dak Prescott, his ability to escape this.
Why doesn't Chase put his hand in the
He
dirt,
takes
bro?
that sack there. It sets up a 50-plus yard field goal. Instead, he has this down to a 4th and short. For everything that's gone wrong for Dallas offensively today, that effort there by Dak Prescott.
Oh, yeah, Kansas City. I forgot about Kansas City. I don't know how I forgot about the Chiefs.
But to do it, they're going to have to convert on.
I know they'll be in the AFC Championship for sure. Actually, I'm gonna go Chiefs. Chiefs and dang, I don't know. That's tough.
You have plenty of time that you can still run this bucket up and still clock it and give yourself a few attempts at the end zone.
Gets the surge and has a first down.
Yeah, so if you're Washington now, you're laying on the ground. You're trying to be as slow as you can, unpiling. You can see Payne, he's grabbing Zach Martin. They want to take up as much time. And then Dallas, on the other hand, is trying to go fast.
They're going to go for it. Prescott steps in with the goal. End zone incomplete. So they got the first out, but they took 22 seconds off the clock. And now just 10
Trey
seconds
Montez.
Yeah, they wanted to save the down, give themselves 3 full attempts at the end zone before they'd have to settle for a field goal. But right now with 10 seconds, to get 2 more attempts to push the ball into the end zone, they're going to be right on the cuff. This ball's going to have to come out of his hand fast. If it takes too long, they're going to have to settle field goal on 3rd down.
And just like that, Cowboys about to come back and win.
And that touchdown is only set up by the effort of Dak Prescott to extend that. You can see Bobby McCain here in the slot. I'm not exactly sure why he doesn't just paste on to CeeDee Lamb. There's no other receiver in his area. You know they have to throw the ball into the zone. Kind of an interesting choice there, but again, all set up by just a remarkable effort by Dak Prescott to escape the sack by Sweat. Convert the 4th down.
Maher, the extra point is up, and that is
The snap messed it up.
Nobody can kick.
The snap messed it up.
So it's
Or the holder.
13-6 with 6 seconds left in the half. Well, you talked about that effort from Prescott. This was a 3rd and 10. Got away from a strip sack potentially, diving forward to make it 4th and less than a yard. And then if you're a kicker today, this has not been the game for you. Joey Slice missed 2 field goals and an extra point for Washington, and now Brett Maher just hooks one enough on the extra point there. So it's 13-6.
We've said it a few times now, at least for Mike McCarthy, the idea of potentially taking out Dak Prescott, taking out Pollard and Zeke and Zach Martin, some of your core starters on offense, at least that now can enter your brain. You had that 2-minute drive there. You can end their regular season experience with some positive, because everything prior to that had been pretty tough.
So 6 seconds ago in the half, see that the score is up on screen. Both Philadelphia and San Francisco winning. This would be the Eagles get the number 1 seed, and San Francisco gets the 2 seed. Dallas play Tampa in the playoffs next week if everything stayed as it is right now. CeeDee Lamb's had an incredible year. Another Pro Bowl for him, over 100 catches, over 1,000 yards. Greg, it wasn't pretty, but at least if you're a Cowboys fan, the offense showing a little life on that last drive.
Absolutely. And again, credit to Dak Prescott. He had a rough half. You mentioned his numbers. He has not been playing at a high level, but his team needed him to make a play and be that spark. He provided it.
But we go
All right, 1/2 down. One more to go for the remainder of the year. This is the last one of the year.
The Verizon halftime show with Kurt and the guys coming up after a word from your.
That's because they got a better coach than us, man. Simple as that. The Ravens aren't good, bro. The Ravens aren't good. Literally, you can see that every time Lamar Jackson gets hurt, they their whole season just goes down the road. They don't have nothing around Lamar Jackson, bro. There's literally nothing around him. They have no receivers. They only got Mark Andrews. They're never gonna win anything unless they build around Lamar Jackson. Dallas will be at home next week, bro. They're gonna lose to Tampa.
A false start should have been about.
Oh yeah,
Also,
13-6.
and led to was a touchdown for the Dallas offense, and now if you're Mike McCarthy,
Yeah, that Lions and Packers game is gonna be good.
relatively big over the Giants, right? At least you had a decent drive offense. What do you think he does?
Yeah, I think that drive, as we said before the half, I think that drive at least makes it a conversation. At least makes it. I think without that drive, you're sending Dak and the first string offense at least back out there to see if they can end this regular season with some momentum. So I'm going to be very interested to see how many starters, specifically on offense, when Dallas gets their first possession here following Washington's.
We had to tell Mike that the on-camera was over, but
I kind of want him to stand between us. Can you stand between us the entire broadcast, Mike? That felt great.
Facing the numbers from this first half, as Washington will start.
Let Sam Howell throw it every single play now, bro.
Johnson. Out across the 25, up near the 30 as we go downstairs to Aaron.
I want Mike Pereira down here with me. That's not fair, you guys. Hey, Mike McCarthy going into the half. I'll tell you about the starters in just a second, but he was not happy with the turnovers by his offense. He said, you need to hold on to the ball, take care of the ball. You're not going to win when you turn it over like that. Third down as well, only 2 for 9 from his offense in that first half. He also said they're going to address trying to run the ball a bit more. All right, what are you going to do with these starters? He said, what's the score of the game? At the time, it was 13-0. It's now 16-0. He said, we're going to keep playing these guys for a bit here.
Yeah, maybe getting a little bit more of the groove. Here's Washington on offense, and they're going to run it with Williams as we go downstairs to Tom.
Talking to Ron Rivera coming out at halftime, he said he was very pleased with Sam Howell, of course, with one exception, that red zone interception. He said that's a throw made 100 times. He tried to drop it in there rather than throwing it the way he should and knows he can to the far pylon. Defensively, very pleased, except for giving up that score toward the end of the first half. Get your hands up and block. And in terms of Joey Sly and his struggles, he said, I went to him and directly said, we're going to need you in this game. Stay with us mentally, guys.
Hasn't been a good game for kickers. We know that. Here is Williams, going to be just a little bit short of the first down. And now I'm curious, Greg, for you. What do you want to see from Sam Howell here, right? I mean, he's only thrown it 10 times, does have the touchdown and the interception, as Tom said, in the end zone.
Yeah, I want to see Scott Turner, this offensive staff here in Washington, I want to see him play within the system a little bit. I want to see them take a little bit of the training wheels off. I know they're trying to protect him, especially early downs with the run game, but I think you have nothing to lose. I think you let him play the entire offense at his disposal, and let's see him push the ball down the field.
3rd and 1, they're going to run it, and that is
so fucking dumb, bro. Like, so stupid, young. Like, Scott Turner is literally the worst.
Just too wide of a pass. It's short yardage, but watch how flat everybody goes.
Why are you running a stretch on 3rd and 1?
Hard left. There's nothing downhill. Nobody creases the front. Give credit there to the defensive line. Odigizua, Golston, the guys up front, they've played hard, both run and pass.
You have nothing to lose, bro. Just let Sam Howell throw. Like, I don't get it.
So here's Tress Way, the Pro Bowler, to put it away. Turner. Dancing around and gets hit up at the 23. That's where Dallas will take over. Down by 7 here in the early 3rd. Looking for a little help from the
offense ain't been able to get no push all year long, bro.
interception, pick six.
Hey, thank you so much, Dave and DC, for the super chat. Thank you so much. And excuse my voice, I have a sore throat. Thank you so much, Dave and DC, my man, always supporting the channel. Hold on, give me a second.
We'll see how that all unfolds. Here is
David DC says, congratulations on another great year of play-by-play. You are over 5,000 subscribers. On to 6,000 and 7,000 next year will be our breakout year for our Commanders. We are the true fan base. HTTC. Thank you so much, David DC, for the super chat. Not just the super chats, but also just supporting every single year. Thank you to not only us, but everyone else that has been supporting all year long. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
He's 0 for 2, right? The run game hasn't really gotten going. The run blocking hasn't been great. And, of course, we've seen the turnovers. So, big reason why they're all still in there.
Try the run again. Elliott tries to get to the outside. Can't get there. Percy Butler.
Okay, Percy Butler.
And the rookie getting an opportunity. The 4th-round pick out of Louisiana makes a stop.
Yeah, when we talked to Ron Rivera, we asked him about him. He said, listen, it wasn't Garrett Forrest, number 22, playing so well. We thought before the season in training camp, we thought as a rookie he was going to play more for us. So with Cam Curl, they're really good young safety missing today's game. This is a great opportunity for Percy Butler to kind of be the guy they thought he would be back in training camp.
Get him, David Mayo.
Steps away, throws underneath the line, makes a catch, and breaks through the tackle. Nice effort by C.D. Lamb as he gets all the way out to the 25. And it brings up a 3rd down and manageablest after a 13-yard pickup, and Dallas going quickly.
Okay, they got Chase on the other side now.
Elliott didn't turn around. Ezekiel Elliott was just kind of running out there to nowhere, never turned around, never knew the ball was coming, and the Cowboys lost the punts.
Yeah, they build kind of like a 4-man side, right? You see they got 4 receivers here, and oftentimes these flats turn into wheels, but they're flats first. If you're open, you're looking over your inside shoulder, in this case over your left shoulder, and that ball is going to be put on your face mask for run after catch. And typically, if you don't get the flat is when you turn it up. So I'm not exactly sure why Ezekiel Elliott wasn't expecting that ball.
Here's Anger's punt. Middle. Makes a man miss. Gets a seal ball.
Okay, Dax.
Good return is Mill just before field. And Washington will have good field position here in this 3rd quarter. They got a 13-6 lead.
Man, let Sam Howell rip that thing, bro. Come on. It's the last half of the year.
worst performance of the year against a game at home against Cleveland. That was so disappointing. Greg, you played for Ron for a long, long time. Come in here with everything that's going on in this organization, with the pending sale, all the off-the-field stuff. In fact, they haven't won, it feels like, in an eternity. Trying to turn this around, the fact is they haven't had a winning season under Ron Rivera yet.
Yeah, and that's the reality. And I think when Ron was brought in 2020, they win the division. They kind of shock everyone. They viewed it as kind of a turnaround. But he was brought to legitimize the organization, bring back some credibility, bring back some consistent leadership. And for the most part, he's done that. Their inability to solve the position has been what's plagued.
And look, that's the story with any team, right? Until you figure out the quarterback spot. But you look at Rivera in Washington, and you think about overall 21-27-1, that playoff appearance where they almost pulled off the upset in 2020. But the offense has been an issue, right? They haven't figured out the offense really in Rivera's time. And again, the quarterback is a big factor in that. Now questions about just going forward. The organization.
Bro, let Sam Howell throw the ball, bro. What the hell? Shit is annoying.
And I think it brings up the really interesting conversation that's going on in all organizations who are looking for potential coaching changes. When you have a defensive head coach, the value and the importance of finding that young quarterback in the future, right? They often go hand in hand. The best coaches who have success and prolonged success as defensive-minded head coaches, typically they always had that consistency behind center. That's been something Washington as an organization has been searching for well before Ron Rivera got here, and they haven't been able to find it. Is Sam Howell that guy? We won't know the answer today.
He's going to go deep, though. Taking a shot downfield, and it's incomplete. Johnson had a chance, but he could not bring it in. His ball in a pretty good coverage.
Yeah, really the first time we've seen Sam Howell let it rip, and he placed that ball in a great spot. You see Dotson, he gets on top of Mullen. He's behind him, and this ball couldn't have been thrown any better. I mean, that ball's got to be caught. That is a future connection that these two young players can continue to play well. It's a big reason for that optimism. But to finish our conversation, whether or not Sam Howell is that guy, we won't know today. But there's a lot within the organization that thinks he's at least one of the candidates.
And that punt goes into the end zone. So Dallas will start on the 20s. Howell taking a shot deep. Dotson, the rookie. She couldn't. Or maybe we'll never look at it again. I guess we'll find out as the game goes on. You never know. 13-6 Commanders. Cowboys with their starters still in. Eagles up to 19-0 over the Giants now, so the NFC East title looking slimmer. They're looking to get some mojo here. Haven't had it today. They're looking at the run game here. The power going absolutely nowhere. So the run game has been quiet here today. The only touchdown by Dallas, CeeDee Lamb. That got them on the board at the end of the half on a 15-yard score. Lamb has had an incredible year. 106 catches for him now, over 1,300 yards. 9 touchdowns for him. See if that looks his way here. Second down, no, takes.
Kendall Fuller had himself a day. He's been playing good the last 4 weeks.
Absolutely. It's a big reason they let Amari Cooper go. It wasn't that they didn't think Amari Cooper could still be a big part of this offense. It was they needed to make space. They knew they needed to create opportunity for CeeDee Lamb to kind of take over that number one role. And what's cool to watch with CeeDee Lamb, and it's kind of becoming a trend throughout the league, he does so much of his damage from inside as a slot receiver. It's very hard for defenses to account for guys who line up in different places.
Out here on third down, though.
Good D, Danny Johnson. Good defense, y'all.
You took the words out of my mouth. I'm looking around to try to find CeeDee Lamb, and he's standing on the sideline. You'll see Michael Gallup.
Hey, Danny Johnson at safety. That was probably inverted cover too.
Then he kind of pulls the string back, and again, great coverage by Washington. This defense, they've stood tall all day.
Let Sam Howell cook.
Aside from the 2-minute drive before the half on the CeeDee Lamb touchdown, this Washington defense has played really well.
Like, I don't care if the guy throws picks. Just let him throw it. Like, if he throws picks, okay, he can learn next year, bro.
Looking around, not much there. What covered by the Dallas special teams. A little frustration on this Dallas offense today. CeeDee Lamb.
They're not even giving him opportunities. I don't know what the intensity was last week. But Kendall Fuller's only 27 too. That's crazy.
Pretty in trouble, and he is sacked. JGTS. 113 regular season sacks. We go inside handoff. His number retired. And you think about a guy that's the heart and soul of the organization. 55 years here in Washington as a player, quarterback. And he's in the radio booth forever, for 2 decades. You take a look at the ceremony for the 5 NFL pass yards leader. Thank you, Sonny, with the big number 9. And there's the unveiling of the jersey. It's only the 4th player in the 90-year history of the organization to have the jersey retired, and certainly well-deserved. And really kind of, it was after Sonny, but he kind of ushered Washington into so many successful years.
see his flag flying there next to the late, great Sean Taylor, teammate of mine. They've had some pretty iconic people play for this organization. That's pretty special for Sonny and his family.
And he and Billy Tiller, the shot is running games going nowhere. They share that quarterback room. And it was interesting. Near the
Still running the ball, bro.
Those guys, in comes Joel Theismann, and of course we know what he did here. Joe says, even though they were competing for the starter job, they were united in their hate for me.
That's that's an all-time quote. I mean, that's a pretty remarkable quote there to describe the vibe within a quarterback room.
I think the joke came in Sonny's last year, I believe, was in that room.
Would you imagine if the story got out about a quarterback room with that sort of animosity in today's world? People would lose their minds.
I don't think they had Twitter back in that time. Here's Howell going to throw far side of the field for a short gain. J-Rod Curse there on a nice tackle. Bring up a 3rd and long.
Exactly.
So far,
how can we evaluate how well Sam Howell is if he keep handing it off the ball?
He's only thrown the ball 12 times.
Yeah, and really that last deep ball, the last possession on 3rd down, which was a really good, accurate throw to Dotson, couldn't quite haul it in. We haven't really seen him throw the ball downfield much.
We're going to do so here. And there's penalties, multiple penalties. This play is blown dead, and Washington's going to be moving backwards.
Full start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Come on, Wes Schweitzer.
It's on the center, Wes Schweitzer. And so it'll make it a 3rd down and long. Penalties, sloppiness.
For any young quarterback, these 3rd and longs, we've seen with the early struggles on 1st and 2nd down, something Washington has struggled with all year, towards the bottom of the league in 1st down yards gained, and it forces you in these 3rd and passes where now Dallas can just tee off.
Howell sometimes going to dump it underneath Williams. Not going to get there, not even close. But here comes the punt.
Shit is so annoying, bro. You can't even evaluate the right way.
To generate some positive gains on 1st down, keep their offense ahead of the stick. Sam Howell, the best opportunity for a young quarterback, really any quarterback in the league, to have success passing the ball is to stay in more rundowns, meaning the defense has to be more honest because the down and distance allows them to have to play both pass and run. And Washington's not forcing enough of them with these first couple possessions of the half.
Oh.
Way able to get it away. Now Turpin, not a fair catch, and he's tackled immediately by De'Ami Brown. Nice play on special teams, a good solid tackle.
Yeah, teammate of Sam Howell. Part of the reason why he set all those records at North Carolina. Here he's playing gunner on punt. That's a wide receiver running down the entire length of the field and making a really short tackle on a Pro Bowl punt returner. Scott Turner told us that we didn't have such three great receivers in front of him. De'Ami Brown's a guy we think could continue to do more on the offensive side of the ball. He just happens to find himself. He had 3 really good players. That was a great play right there.
Here's Hill trying to get that run game going.
Okay, Chase. Well, that's not Chase Young. Who the hell is that?
And another big play.
Who the hell is that?
Poto
Ai.
Well, this February,
Who the hell is that?
thrilling events returning to the LA Coliseum under the lights. NASCAR's Busch Light Clash of the Coliseum is February 5th, only on Fox.
The same thing we say about Washington, but now with a veteran quarterback like Dak Prescott, all these no-gain rush plays on 1st and 2nd down. It's in a bad spot.
Oh my God, Danny Johnson's having a day, bro.
Last week, there's some good coverage here tonight too.
Absolutely, really nice coverage. They change it up there. We saw him play a bit more zone early in the game.
Who the hell is Poti Au?
You see Schultz. He's trying to run the shallow cross, and just great job here by undercutting this route, going hands to hands. You can see there's a lot of bodies around Dak Prescott. Zeke does a nice job picking up the blitz, but they're just bodies around Dak, forcing him to get that ball out maybe a little earlier than he wants to.
3rd and 12. Prescott Throwing it way deep. Far sideline. Incomplete. Hope the intended receiver.
Kendall Fuller hurt.
And it will be the 7th 3 and out for Dallas.
Kendall Fuller probably got a cracked rib, bro.
I think it's either McCain or Fuller. It's actually Fuller.
Damn.
Not 20. Let's see what happens.
He landed on him.
Yeah,
They jumped high as shit.
30 miracle completion for T.Y. Hilton's welcome to Dallas moment on Christmas Eve. Find themselves in a 3rd and long, and Dak just throws it up, and I think he got both hands on it. Yeah, he just couldn't pull it down. And now if you're Washington, you got to hope Kendall Fuller, we saw him have the pick 6 earlier. You got to hope maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him, landed pretty hard on his back.
That's a good sign. So
never mind.
Is up.
I always assume the worst, bro, because we don't have good luck.
7 3 and outs. 7 for this Dallas offense.
And I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but the entire idea coming into this game, they understood in their heart of hearts, if you're Dallas, that the likelihood of Philly stubbing their toe against the New York Giants team, who pretty much sat everybody of significance in that game. This Week 18 game, the idea was come in, be sharp, get in, get out, and turn your attention next week to Tampa Bay. And it's been far from that.
So now Anger playing from his own end zone. Fair catch middle down to 40. And so Washington will have good field position with 5:34 to go in this 3rd quarter. Now Sam Howell. Do they get a little aggressive? 8-13 passing, 75 yards, and a touchdown on his first throw of the game because the special teams play gave him the ball on the 20. And did also have an interception in the end zone. 5th round pick this year, making his NFL debut today. The 6th overall quarterback taken in this draft. Set all kinds of records at North Carolina State as a 3-year starter. First down, looking to throw.
There you go. Damn, let him throw.
Dodson, good catch and move.
Yeah, the key here, take a look. When his head comes around, look, head around, ball. The timing of that is
Sam Howell is nice,
a
bro.
9 stop or a fade stop. He drives the defender off thinking it's a go ball. But the second you plant your foot and turn around, that ball needs to be on you. It's a timing rhythm throw, and 2 rookies connecting for a really nice first down. That's what I'm talking about. Be aggressive on early downs. Give him a chance to find some early success.
Here's Howell. Fake gets it out. Thomas will tell you that penalty flag flies. Thomas nears a first down, but let's see what the flag is.
Yeah, the entire offensive line was down the field.
Yeah, I don't want Heineke to leave either, but if he does, I do not blame him. Because they dirty.
That's what they call.
They did him dirty. I don't want Heineke to leave either, but
Just sort this out. I just think about, you talked to Howell this week, Craig, and, hasn't had a lot of reps, even in practice time, running the scout team, not every single week, depending on who was starting in the quarterback room.
And those were receivers downfield. Offense, number 75.
what is Chris Paul doing down the field, bro?
Chris Paul, left guard, rookie, getting a start today.
Come on, Chris.
Just for Howell, who really hasn't played at all since the preseason, it's a pretty tall task today, no?
Yeah, let alone you're playing the Dallas Cowboys, which for most of the season, their defense has been one of the top units in the league, one of the best defensive fronts that you're going to face anywhere in the NFL. So you got to give him a lot of credit. This is not an easy situation. A lot of missing pieces around him, but he's hanging in there.
First and long. The run game going, that ain't going to work. Osa Odighizuwa. Let's go down to Tom.
It's not only how you manage the offensive and preparation, guys, but how you manage the moment. I mean, he characterized this, Sam Howell, as a dream for him to have this opportunity to start. Talking to him before the game on the field, I asked him how he slept last night, and he said better than he would have expected, in part because of how tiring all the prep was. But he also said he slept much better than he did before his first college start. He started as a true freshman at North Carolina. Well, interesting to see him try to manage the moment here and some of the frustrations, as well as obviously that great start. See how he keeps it up.
Second down. Fires.
Oh my God, Hal.
He's down to the 20. That was a perfect throw from a pickup of 20 yards. And there's an injured Cowboy right on the 20. And you see Dotson, it's J-Ron Curse, their outstanding safety. And here it was, Curse on the tackle. Just kind of rolled over instead. Now he's out. Well, that's good news. Hopefully. Curse has had an outstanding year for Dan Quinn, who just raves about him.
And I think we all view these now in a little bit of a different light. You know, we have a little perspective of just how valuable it is when a player is able to get up and walk off. You see Curse there kind of slam the back of his head on the turf. Got to hope that it's nothing significant. But I think all of us, KB, especially after Monday, you know, when a player is down, I think we just look at it from a little different perspective and just hope that you see him be able to walk off. And fortunately for Curse, he can, and hopefully he's all right.
So a first down, though, after the play to Dotson. Here's Patterson running up.
Okay, JP.
Forward to the 15. He's got about 6 yards. Going back to how you said at the very beginning, hey, they cannot judge this kid's future by today. Why?
And I think it could be good or bad, right? He could have come out today and light him up. He still might finish and throw 4 touchdowns. I don't think that's the indication that it's a foregone conclusion. He's the guy. And then on the other end, if he has some struggles, maybe he makes a bad decision. We saw with the red zone pick. Today needs to be just looking at the big things, how he handles the preparation, how he handles the huddle, the big level. The small things will still sort itself out the more time he gets.
Okay, JP.
First down. Still going. Still going. Look at this. Taking out everyone inside the 10.
That's why my boy needs more playing time, man.
Well, Patterson, he's getting some opportunities. He puts his hand down, his knee never goes down, and he just keeps churning. I think Dallas thought the play was over, and both these young backs giving themselves an opportunity here. Brian Robinson being out. Young rookie who had a great first season after overcoming a tough start, of course, but a lot of young players out there that are doing a good job.
Bring Curtis Samuel in the backfield now. Going to run a little option Howell.
Okay, Sam Howell. Okay. Okay, Sonny. Oh yeah. I seen it now.
Well, it's one of those design runs. We thought that it would creep in at some point. We talked about how good of an athlete he was in college, the success he had running it. A design quarterback option. Nobody takes the quarterback. Someone has to have the quarterback. Someone has to have the pitch man. Nobody picks up Howell, and he takes it upfield for his first rushing touchdown now in his career. What a debut.
The extra point is up and good, which has been no small feat here today. So you're saying, how are we going to judge Howell? Well, we know this. It's got a little.
Look at this formation, Kitty. This is unbalanced. This is the tight end, Logan Thomas. So it pushes everybody over to the unbalanced side. So now there's 2 for 2. Logan Thomas does a nice job blocking. He's able to cut it back. He just does the rest. Nice play design.
I've seen enough.
Had Dallas kind of misaligned initially. They were trying
I've seen enough.
To the unbalanced. And right as they were, that ball was snapped, and Sam Howell does it himself.
And you know, you talk about being a great teammate. Who's there first when he comes to the bench?
I've seen enough.
This is good stuff for Howell in his NFL debut. A touchdown through the air, a touchdown on the ground. And he's got the Commanders in front. You see his day. He told us, he said, I like to run. You know, it gets me going, and I didn't think you're going to watch him thinking he's Lamar Jackson, but I think you can see that he's got some skill around the football.
Absolutely. And in today's NFL, the ability of your quarterback to not only run with design runs like we saw there, but we've also seen him pull the ball down on some big first down pickups.
There's certainly room to run for him. And he wrestled down out near the 29. Dak Prescott has been sensational this year. And you look at, though, what has happened today. I mean, they have 6 points on the board. He has a pick 6, and he's 10 of 27 for 93 yards. The whole, it's not all on him, obviously, but the offense as a whole. They come off the game against Tennessee where it's kind of ugly, but a short week. They just emotional win over the Eagles. You understand that, but today, this is not what Mike McCarthy wants to see. Down a couple screws. Prescott the throw.
Good defense.
I think these last couple drives, what stands out the most to me is all the contested catches. It seems like every ball Dallas.
I wish we did this last week, bro.
Is being contested by one of these Washington defensive backs or linebackers, and sometimes that's on the play, sometimes that's on the player. Just create some separation. But I think you got to give credit to Washington. After the play for it, but playing hard.
Here's Powell. Looking for a seam. There's just nothing there.
Let's go, defense.
Came up to make the hits. His run game non-existent for Dallas.
Yeah, and as you mentioned earlier, we asked point blank to Mike McCarthy what he wanted to see, and that was the first thing out of his mouth. We have to have some confidence in our run game going into the playoffs.
2.2 for carry on the ground. Here we're going to have to throw 3rd and 10. Prescott stands incomplete. A big collision trying to get it to Noah Brown, but Derek Forrest barreled in with Kendall Fuller.
You see, they're trying to throw. They call this a dig route. It's just like an in-breaking route. Fuller undercuts it. We mentioned earlier, Derek Forrest, number 22, his play has kind of been a big surprise, positive surprise for this defense here in Washington. And listen, if you're a Washington fan right now, I think you're sitting at home and saying, where was this effort last week?
I literally just texted that to my mans, bro. I just said, where was this last week? And Greg Olsen just said that. Where was this last week versus Browns? What was this the week before that versus the was it the Niners? I think. How low key him? Yeah. Hopefully.
You're Mike McCarthy and this staff, but we've said it time and time again. You don't want to quote unquote limp into the playoffs, meaning you don't want to be playing anything less than your best ball before this playoff start. And barring some sudden turnaround here today, that appears the way Dallas came out.
Here's how
How let it rip. Terry! Hey, move! Hey, move!
Well, that is a perfect illustration of when you have elite speed and a quarterback that has a big time arm who can spin it and push it down the field.
We should have been starting him.
He runs right by Mullen, 37. That's 2 great deep balls. One not completed. Now this one completed along that right
Damn,
side.
man. Why we wait till this?
And so is this crowd.
Should have been playing him, bro. Or should have kept Heineke in, man.
Seems to be getting better as the game goes along. It'll take us to the end of the 3rd. What a way to end
He literally has everything. An arm, to run, could take hits. Was that against Diggs? I don't think so. I ain't see it, though. Nah. I think we need to take a corner first round. Honestly. Cornerback. Because you got Fuller for 1 more year. But you also need depth. I think either a cornerback or a left tackle. He should have been started to go. Our coaching staff don't know how to evaluate, bro. Well, Jeremy, y'all playing the Vikings next week, or I think y'all gonna play the Vikings next week because I think the Niners gonna get the 2 seed, right? Y'all probably gonna beat the Vikings, bro. O-line first pick. Jalen Ramsey got 2 picks.
For today and a touchdown. That was a fake throw.
No, that wasn't on Diggs.
What a leader he is.
Keep letting him throw it, bro.
Kind of becoming face of the franchise. Production with so many different quarterbacks, and a new one again here today with Howell. 10th quarterback he's playing with as Patterson gets the call. It's pretty amazing, right, Greg, to have have 3 1,000-yard seasons in a row with 10 different quarterbacks. It's unheard of.
Yeah, and I think you said it right. He's kind of under the radar. I mean, when you think of top elite number 1 receivers, I don't think one of the first handful of names that kind of rolls off the tongue. But when you look at the production and then the context in which the production was gained, which is in a pretty tumultuous quarterback situation, a lot of guys in and out. I'm going to give Terry McLaurin a ton of credit.
Here's Howell to throw. Howell ball is tipped and is incomplete. So J-Ron Curtis, that last shot, he's still not back in the game for Dallas. And kind of hang around. We saw him go off and get checked out. I'm not sure if that's something there. Dallas just decided to hold him back. Third and 6.
Let's go, Sam. Get a new one. That was inaccurate. That was probably the only inaccurate ball. That was probably one of the only inaccurate ball right there.
I need to know what he's capable of.
Oh wait, he was holding Terry though. That's holding.
You're shaking your head. I mean, he got there early on that replay.
That's holding right there. That should have been the first down.
Restriction. He actually grabbed the right arm and turned him at that too. Yeah, that's a restriction for interference.
That was PI or holding. They missed that.
I agree with you, Mike. I think it was PI, but nonetheless, for him to bounce back after giving up that deep pass.
Why are we taking the points, bro? Go for it. It don't even matter. Should have just went for it. Wow, so they said somebody just put on Twitter and said, wow, they really took the jersey off the wall in the equipment room. So dang lazy. So the jersey that they gave Sonny Jurgensen is the one that they've been had in the room. Hold on.
None of us ever got close to that. He'll be laid to rest tomorrow in Morris, Pennsylvania, and he will be missed by every single solitary official that has ever officiated in the NFL.
Mike, that was really well done. So rest in peace to Art McNally. First and only official in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. 23-6. Washington leading Dallas. Giants have scored, so it's a 10-point Eagles lead in Philly. So that game is not over, but obviously Dallas has a world of points to make up here. With the way they played on offense, it's 123 total yards today. I guess you just wonder if there is a threshold where Mike McCarthy says, you know what, forget about it. Just going to take guys out to prevent any injuries.
It's definitely creeping in his brain. I think, it's one thing to have a poor performance. That's 1 week, you put it behind you, you move forward. As you see from that graphic, this has been uncharacteristic, but you also don't want to add injuries to a poor performance. That would be a disaster.
Just another misfire. It's got now 10 of 30. If you're a Cowboys fan, you think, well, man, just get it out of your system now, right? Come ready to go next week.
Absolutely. And, it's funny how the NFL works. Oftentimes you're riding high. We came onto the air talking about how this offense has been so prolific since Dak's return from the injury earlier in the season. And sometimes it takes a week like this of humbling to get some of this worked out. And you come back, you have your best week of practice, and you feel like you're better off as a result.
Prescott on target there. Schultz comes back in. Ball is out at the end, but they say Schultz was down. Just a little bit short of a first down.
Hurry up here. This third short, packing it in there tight.
Here we go.
Quarterback sneak, and he's got it. Again, you're talking about the year that Prescott has had, and I know the interceptions, but we talked about it today. Certainly not one on him, but there's been plenty that weren't on him. But his production has been incredible. That's why today's so jarring. Pressure on the near side, and Hilton goes up to get that one.
How I feel about Sam Howell? I feel like he's having a good day, and I'm really intrigued.
He's number one. He's ahead of Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, and I don't think anyone would have guessed that. As we have an injured commander down on the ground, and that'll take a stoppage here for Dallas. Bobby McCain, the safety, is the one down.
Yeah, I think that latest graphic that was just put on the screen, I think that's probably the most impressive graphic that explains the entire.
I'm gonna laugh for the scoreboard, bro.
Really guessed that. I think so much of the conversation around the league is the two most elite players, especially at quarterback. You see Bobby McCain, he's able to get up and walk off, thankfully. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, it feels like they're kind of in a league of their own. It's all about scoring points in this league, and nobody does it better than Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
They have until today. It's just not the showing you want to see going into the playoff. It's looking like next week against Tampa Bay.
Here we go.
Second down and one. It's going to run it to Elliott.
I want one more possession for Howell, bro. Wow, look upset.
And that looks like he's got it.
I'm good.
And so the drive will continue. Starters remain in for Dallas. Looking for some positive here. Quick throw, Schultz again. Into Washington territory. He's down to the 49.
And oftentimes, we saw the success in the first half with the 2-minute drive for the CeeDee Lamb touchdown. Oftentimes, when teams are struggling to find the rhythm, the first thing they try is to go middle tempo. That's what Dallas is doing here.
Pressure up the middle. Prescott gets one. There's another completion. It's Schultz again. He's running free inside the 30. But there's a penalty back by the quarterback. This could go either way. Let's see. The Cowboys are immediately walking backwards.
Holding. Offense, number 73. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
It's on Tyler Smith, left guard today.
Yeah, Tyler Smith, the rookie first rounder, started at left tackle, moved into left guard. You can see Deron Payne. Deron Payne's had a career year. Going to be a big free agent. A lot of questions here in Washington whether they're going to be able to re-sign him and keep him paired with Jonathan Allen inside. But Tyler Smith has had a really good rookie year. The ability for him to slide in from left tackle to left guard with the Biotish injury at center. That time he gets called for a hold.
Let's come here. Prescott unloads quickly. And next touch. Sam doing a spinning and working his way down near the 45. Going to be about a yard and a half short of the first down, maybe 2 yards short of the first. Good effort by Lamb. He's got his 5th catch here today. Third and 2. Prescott going to run. And he's
Good tackle.
Shorts. It'll be a 4th down.
By Payne.
This is a no-brainer here. You're not going to see them sub. You're not going to see them huddle. You're just going to see them line right back up. Same formation. Imagine they have a sneak. There's no question they have something off of it.
Short.
Really close.
Short.
See the spot here.
He's short. That's Washington ball,
It
baby.
doesn't look like he got it.
That's short.
See, initially he's kind of stood up, KB. You can see the Washington defensive line, and it was the Tony Pollard push from behind that.
Appreciate you for coming through, Chad M, all year long. Look to seeing you next year.
Washington defender down on a knee here as they bring out the.
Should we say next year or should we start saying later this year? That's Washington ball, bro. That's Washington football. Let's go. Let's Sam Howell get one more possession then.
Washington takes over, but still the injury timeout concern there.
Who that down? Who that down, y'all?
And with that, we'll be right back.
Who hurt?
Football.
Yeah, Dallas one and done. What's up, Collateral Dev? Hey, Chad M. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says appreciate the stream, bro. I appreciate you for supporting, not just today, but all year long. And I know this season didn't go as we thought it was going to go, but hopefully next year it'll be different, or later this year.
Washington. By the way, Khalid Hudson walked off the field, the injured player. He seems to be okay.
Yeah, the key to a good offensive line doing well on the sneak is to get under the pads of the opposing defensive line. In this case, the defensive line, you can see clearly across, man for man, gets underneath the offensive line of Dallas, they stopped the initial push of Dak Prescott. And if not for the Tony Pollard push from behind, it wouldn't even been as close as it was. So credit to this defensive line. They played well all day.
Jaron Kearse back on the field for Dallas. And Washington stays with the run to Williams. Yeah, Washington, a lot of talk obviously for us because Dallas is going to the playoffs, and Washington is not about Dallas's offense looking really out of sorts. But Washington's defensive line, really the whole team, played a terrific game. They've had Dallas to 163 yards. They've held Dak Prescott 14 to 34. They've got a defensive touchdown. It's like you said, I think Washington fans are home saying, wait, this is a week late.
Yeah, and they're doing it without arguably their best defensive player, Jonathan Howell. He's out today. He got injured last week in that Cleveland game. So, yeah, if you're a Washington fan, you're saying, where was this a week ago? This would be a different season.
Here's Williams. He's tripped up in the backfield. Nicely done. Odigizua on that stop. Well, the Dallas defense has, for the most part, done their job.
I think right now, the message, barring a sudden change here in how this game ends, just under 10 minutes here in the fourth quarter, I think if you're Mike McCarthy, the only way you can spin this game, and you have to, is we're playing for more than just our pride of Week 18, right? To Washington, they're just coming out here to play for pride. They have nothing left. Dallas has their entire season ahead of them. You have to remind the players there's bigger things ahead.
3rd and 3. Howell fires, misfire from the corner. And it wasn't close and it's incomplete. Here comes the punts.
Yeah, that's just a young quarterback not seeing. Dallas had nobody out wide covering the back who shifted out. And last minute, they were all miscombobulated inside. And they just completely leave Bates, the tight end. Look, they're running out. Bates comes off the ball. He's wide open. Sam Howell doesn't see the miscommunication on the left side of the field by Dallas. He tries to work the right side, and now they got a punt.
Fair catch for Turpin inside the 10. And so the NFC East merry-go-round, I should say. Well, that'll continue because it's been a different winner every year for the last 17 seasons. And Philly just scored. It's 22-9. Looks like it's going to be 18 years in a row with no repeat winner in the division. It's pretty remarkable. Like, just on accident that somebody doesn't win 2 years in a row. But here we are.
Yeah, Dak Prescott and this starting offensive line, they're rolling out for another drive. And
yeah, all the starters are.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy obviously values getting some rhythm and confidence in this group. What are you guys worried about the health?
Let's come in. It's picked up. Prescott going late pressure, just throws it incomplete. The initial blitz was picked up, but then Hudson got through. It's a 2nd down and 10. The way this game is going, you wonder, though, if there is going to be any momentum.
Yeah, you see Khaleke Hudson, he's in for Jamin Davis.
Yeah.
The former first-round pick. Washington, he's in getting a lot of playing time due to the injury to Davis. And it was a nice job there playing through the blitz pickup and getting the hit on Dak and forcing the air play.
Another blitz. Prescott sees it, throws it in the ground.
Who's this 79 guy, bro? I'm starting to take a liking to him. He's giving me Vita Vea vibes. I don't know why. I think it's because he looks like it. With the hair.
You have to ask yourself, at some point, are you doing more harm to, right? I think
mentally or physically?
I think mentally. The idea is you want to give them all these extra possessions and all these extra drives to kind of break out a little bit and end the game on positive. But at some point, if it continues like this, you have to ask yourself, is it worth it?
Near side, low throw. Pollard goes down to get it, can't make the catch.
Sam Howell, give me another touchdown drive, man.
The 9th 3-and-out today for this high-powered Cowboys offense, which came in the number 2 scoring offense in the league.
Yet again, we talked about the shuffling of the offensive line. We showed the graphic earlier about what's happened with Steele going out, Tyron Smith switching sides, bringing in Jason Peters. Been a lot of moving parts, and they wanted to solidify that unit, gain some confidence up front. This Washington defensive line is giving problems all day.
Here's Mill. Receives out the
Cut it back, Mill. Cut it back.
Into Dallas territory. Well, if you're Washington, Sam Howell getting the start today, but there are some free agent quarterbacks out there. I feel like it's time to play. Press your luck, the old great game show, Greg. And now it's your turn to spin. Who's going to be the free agent quarterback?
No whammies, no whammies. Stop.
Jacoby Brissett, come on down to one.
No, we got to go again. We got to go again. That's not what Washington's not looking for. Let's go again. Stop.
Sam Darnold.
All right.
Hell no.
Let's try it one more time, Greg.
I think they're hoping for Lamar. I think they're hoping for Jimmy G. Stop.
A draft pick.
Okay. See, I think they have a lot of different pathways. They can go.
I'll tell you what, good at this game show.
I stink, but I'll tell you what, 14 under center, he definitely doesn't.
But that's why we're showing.
Okay, JP. Hey, Chat M, thank you for doubling up for the Super Chasers. Let's get this win.
Now there's penalties everywhere, whistles blowing, so hang on. Get back to that thought. They sort this out, some tempers flaring.
Chase Young is on the field without a helmet on. Rule number 1 of the fight, you never enter it without a helmet on. For anybody keeping track at home. And from the sideline.
Boy,
Jack Del Rio's like, stay on the field.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 54.
Man.
15-yard penalty, automatic first.
Yeah, they always catch the second guy. Sam Cosmi gives him a little headbutt. Sam Williams doesn't like it. And,
Yeah, it was good.
Oldest time, the second guy
Look like we might got a quarterback, man. Hopefully.
Over that, and the frustration is here. Micah Parsons, the end of this play. Some get dinged up earlier, and obviously they're holding his hand. He's had a wrap on that left hand. He played with a cast on that hand in Tennessee. He's still got plays through everything, I'll tell you that. But at this point, it honestly seems like this game doesn't mean much for Dallas. Philly is going to beat the Giants and get the division in the number 1 seed. So here is Patterson.
Okay, JP. My boy need more opportunities, bro.
Great job there up front. Tight end 87, the backup tight end, John Bates. Kind of known as a road grader, big blocker. He does an unbelievable job at the point of attack.
I want to get back to Press Your Luck. The reason why we're showing it is because
I couldn't wait for you to get back.
Yeah, I know, but they have to make it. They have to get a quarterback, right? So, is it going to be a free agent? We showed you some of the names that are going to be out there. Is it going to be an opportunity for Howell to at least compete for the job next year? I'm trying to at least get some answers here today. Here is Patterson. And when you think about it, Greg, this is not like a couple of years. This is not just under Ron Rivera. This is since 1999. Washington, they've just struggled. I mean, look at the record. This is one of the proudest franchise. You think about an old great history. Just 2 postseason wins. They've been 27 starting quarterbacks. You can't win when you have that many quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, that's the obvious. I think the question becomes, if you don't acquire your quarterback in the draft, and you don't believe you have the young guy on your roster, there's a few exceptions, but how many veteran guys have come in? I mean, just look around the league this year, veteran guys who've changed teams. Very few of them have found much success.
And they went and got Carson Wentz this year, hoping that a third time would be the charm. But I'm assuming by him not being today, it doesn't really say that he's going to be here next year.
Yeah, I think right now, and Taylor Heineke's done an admirable job. He's a great guy and really has the respect of this locker room for how hard he has fought and everything he's been through the last couple of years. But I think other than Sam Howell, I think he's got to be on the short list of guys they give the opportunity to say, hey, can we build around you, reinforce the offensive line? You have some really good defensive pieces and offensive weapons. If they don't believe that's the case, then you have to invest in the draft again, try to trade up, try to get one of the marquee quarterbacks. It seems that's really the only approach possible.
3rd down and 4, they're going to be short. Patterson on the carry. Now 4th down. It looks like they'll be happy with a field goal try. As we play with under 6 minutes to go.
Hardest thing in the NFL.
They really just ran the ball. Like, just pass it, bro.
Understandably so, demands and cries for is to solidify and strengthen that quarterback room.
Continue to let Howell play.
I'm building my team around as I look to roster build and acquire free agents in the draft. And when that constantly changes, the demands and the struggles it puts on your personnel department, your coaching staff to every year reinvent yourself around your new quarterback. It's just not the formula for sustained success.
Sly with a 22-yard field goal, and Washington extends to a 20-point lead. But Howell has shown you some good things today. A couple of nice deep ball throws, got a touchdown passing and a touchdown running in his first NFL action. But overall, Washington defense, as you said, playing without a couple of their stars, has just shut down this high-powered Dallas offense. And you wonder if we'll continue to see the starters in this game. Now looking around the square, you see them on the top of your screen. The Eagles, under 2 minutes to go, they're going to win today, which will get them the #1 seed, which will mean Dallas will not win the division. 49ers routing Arizona. That game's about over. So San Francisco will be the #2 seed in the NFC. Seattle just hit the post on a field goal to win the game. So they're going to overtime with the Rams. They need to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. And then tonight's game, depending on the Seattle, if Green Bay controls their destiny tonight, taking on the Lions. If they win, they're in. If not, it's between and Seattle. As we will see Cooper Rush in the game for the first time. So Dak Prescott will take a seat. And for Dak, who has been really great this year, today, a tough one. 37.8 completion percentage, the worst of his career. And so now it's Rush with Malik Davis in the backfield. Starting offensive line is in, and here's Davis. And right, the reality is Cowboys at 12-4 and in this playoff position wouldn't be here for not the effort for Cooper Rush when Prescott missed 5 games.
Absolutely, and it's easy to forget that, but early in the season, they were reeling. Opening game lost, they lose Dak Prescott. Cooper Rush comes in, buys time, and how's that time for Dak Prescott to come back and lead them to this 12-win playoff season? And I think the biggest thing, I think we need to take a second and kind of talk Cowboys fans maybe off the ledge a little bit. I think it's okay, right? You're in the playoffs. Of course, you didn't play your best, but it's going to be about how do you move forward. Are you able, as Mike McCarthy, to put this game behind you and say, okay, hey guys, our whole season is not based on how we play today. It's how we play next week and take the win.
Here's Rush firing. It's over the head of Gallup, incomplete. And tell me if you heard this before. It's another 3 and outs for this Dallas offense. 10 of them on the game.
With an off-season for Washington that you know is going to bring a lot of speculation, a lot of rumor, not quite sure what's going to go on with the sale of the team and the new stadium and everything we've heard. For the players, for the coaches, regardless of what's on the line, to end your season with a win in the division against a longtime rival makes going into that off-season change just a little bit better.
Running around off the sideline, but not forward after a 58-yard punt. And barely a return. It'll be the Cowboys and the Bucs in the first round of the playoffs. You almost forget, it was so long ago, and so many of the storylines since when they played week 1, the Bucs shut them down and beat them. Brady's never lost against the Cowboys, by the way. He's 7-0. Last 8 postseason road games for the Cowboys, they've lost all of them. Yeah, last win, Troy Aikman was the quarterback. So it's just funny how a couple of weeks and you feel completely differently about certain things. Tampa looked awful for a lot of the season offensively. Then we go do their game last week, and Brady's throwing deep balls left and right to Mike Evans, and you're like, uh-oh. And then Dallas comes out.
Sam Howell should have threw this ball 50 times, bro.
It feels a lot different.
Absolutely. Things happen fast in the NFL. There's no doubt.
Reggie Bonifant in the game, running back. It's his first touch today. And you see there's some frustration boiling over here. Philadelphia.
Yeah, Rashad.
The Giants have scored. The game is not over yet. And the Giants, the onside kick, and Philadelphia will recover it. And so now it's going to be over. The Giants are out of timeouts. But, against Giants backups, the Eagles aren't exactly soaring into the playoffs either after what they look like for a lot of the season. The 49ers are. They destroyed Arizona.
This NFC playoffs, man. This is going to be a fun one to watch. There's, that 7th seed is still up for grabs, but regardless who gets it, it's going to be a heck of a field there with those 7 NFC teams fighting it out.
And they call a timeout. Let the play clock go down, waste some clock. With 3:14 to go. So let's evaluate Sam Howell here today. We've seen him use his legs. 35-yard.
They can serve anywhere. Saucy money.
The NFL season finale continues
All right, y'all.
20 p.m. Eastern on NBC. Stream games live on your mobile phone with NFL Plus.
Special Forces World's Toughest Test, Wednesday on Fox.
Well, you see some of the highlights there from the young rookie Sam Howell. KP, I think the biggest takeaway from today is not the long passes, not the runs and all that. It's after the bad throw for the pick six, when he has a chance down there in the red zone, he throws a bad ball that gets picked off. how he responded. He didn't go into a shell. He made some of his best plays.
The Rams somehow win that game in overtime. Then the Lions-Packers game tonight is a win in at Lambeau for either team. And if we have time, we'll get you the bonus coverage of that Seahawks-Rams game.
Yeah, what a dream scenario that the final game of the 2012 regular season comes down to a win and in, Aaron Rodgers, Lambeau Field, the upstart Detroit Lions, Dan Campbell. We had them earlier in the year. There's a lot of excitement there. And tell you what, there's a lot of Detroit fans right now that are cheering for LA and coming down to the wire here in overtime.
Second down, hands it on off to Davis with a minute and change to go. As we get set for the playoffs next week, try to get your bonus coverage in overtime in just a moment. Seattle on the drive, looking for an overtime win. Now, Seattle wins, Detroit's eliminated. But then the Packers still have a win-and-in situation tonight. That's what's on the line.
All right, last 40 seconds of the season, man. Huh.
They just go in.
All right, they just cut our game off. All right, y'all. So, yet another mediocre into the season. But this time is a little different because we may have a franchise quarterback. But, guys, hold on. Give me a second. So I can do a proper outro. But even though we got a mediocre end to the season, there's a lot to look forward to this offseason. Sam Howell might be the future. Dan Snyder might be selling the team. Scott Turner might be finally fired, even though I've been screaming for it since 2020. There's a lot to see for the next season. So, with that being said, I hope you guys stay tuned all off season for all the content that I'll be posting. I hope to see you guys in the off season streams for the videos, and then see you later this year for the next season, man. But for the last final game day stream, here we go. 3, 2, 1. As always, it's me and boy Juan Gotti. So sad how fast it went, but as always, it's me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. See you guys next year. I'm out. Peace. Cost me one time, that's gonna get you popped.